No, but she has heart because like I would try so hard.
She was real Captain America without the serum, you know, aka
But,
useless.
They're like, were you ever bullied in school? And I was like, I don't think I was. And I was like, if anything, I might be the bully. But I was like, even then though, I don't think I was the bully. I think I was just establishing my dominance to the school.
And I finally, for the first time, like look at him like this is about to happen. Dead fucking serious. He looks at me and he was like, you better beat that bitch's ass.
Oh my God.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Hits Podcast. My name is Oscar. This is my sister, Sofia. This is our podcast. It's called the Hits Podcast, HTS, no I. Today, we are going to be reacting to our childhood photos. Now, this isn't necessarily like just embarrassing childhood photos or just like good childhood photos. I don't know. We had our sister send us some of our respective childhood photos. Like she sent me pictures of Sofia and she sent Sofia pictures of me. And then we're going to show them to each other and then just react and see like, oh shit, no, I don't want to do this one or like whatever. But also, I happen to be back in our hometown today. So this is all the actual like physical photos from like our childhood. So I'll probably be grabbing some of these and just being like, hey, remember this one?
Remember this one? Fair warning, guys. I have horrible memory. And I don't know how well I'm going to remember all of the ones that we'll talk about.
Nah, like, some of them are easy. So like here, easy, look, like, let's start with an easy one.
Oh my God.
I hate this picture, by the way. But go ahead, you're reacting
Why do you
first.
hate it?
You're reacting first.
Okay, I'm reacting first. So we were at SeaWorld. And we were on that log ride. So it's like going down. And like, I don't know. I was very clearly like scared. I've always been
This was before Sofia became like a roller coaster adrenaline junkie.
No. You don't even know. I'm a roller coaster adrenaline junkie, yes.
But
now, water rides scare me more than roller coaster rides because water rides you're not as like securely locked in. You know what I mean? It's just you're just there. You know what I mean? Versus roller coaster rides. So even now,
like you're more scared of water rides?
Oh, I'm not scared of water. I'm not scared of water rides now, but like
you feel less safe.
I feel less safe. But back then I was low-key scared of water rides. But I still went on them because I'm not a punk ass bitch. You know what I mean? But anyways, and it's just funny. And then like
do you remember the day we were on that ride and bought that picture and everything?
Not really.
Damn, you suck.
I told you my memory sucks.
Yeah, it does.
But yeah, what do you have to say? Because apparently Oscar has.
I fucking hate this picture because as you can see,
because you're not in it.
Here's the thing. I remember what happened. We were on the ride, right? And we go up the little mountain thing, and then when it like drops, right before like the drop, you know how sometimes it has like a little buckle, like yeah. I like fell, like slipped off to the side of the thing because inside the log, it was just like a bench going this way, and you just kind of like straddle it.
You're not secured, I'm telling you.
No, and then I like fell like into the side of it and like slipped over. And then we were like going down the ride and I was like, oh fuck, like whatever, right? The thing is, we rode this ride multiple times. There are multiple pictures of us on this ride. And the one that my mom chose to buy and keep forever is the one where I don't even come out because I fell and I'm just all like tucked off to the side and whatever. And I was like, I remember the other one, you weren't like shitting yourself and neither was Celeste. And mom, like you guys looked less, like it was less of a moment, right? Because like you're shitting yourself, mom's holding your hair, Celeste is in the back, real scared. There's like a lot going on. In the other one, there was less going on in that sense. But I came out in the fucking picture. And so when mom got this one, I was like, I'm not even in this one. She's like, yeah, you are. Look, you're right there. And she just points at my little eye. And I'm like, that's not like, that's barely, I guess. I'm not there. Like, what the fuck? So I felt excluded from the picture because this is the one that we bought and brought home. And I was like, fuck that picture. That picture sucks. Like,
that's so funny. I just think I look funny. Like,
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't remember like the stories and shit behind some of these pictures? Like,
no, I'm telling you, most of them I probably won't.
It obviously
guys. Also, I got concussed a lot as a child. Not through any fault of like family or parents, but my own fault. I was kind of dumb. You see,
What the fuck does that have to do with anything right now?
I really, because I don't
because you
remember a
can't
lot of these
remember
pictures.
shit. Oh, okay, I was like, what? Like,
I really, really loved the monkey bars, but the monkey bars did not love me. Okay, I've literally hit my head so many times as a child on like the monkey bars or just like on a pole or something. Like I literally had to get stitches on the back of my head. And then like
because she fell
right
off
here
of
when I
them
was
like
little.
a fucking moron.
Yeah, but I would keep going on. Like I got to a point where my
And
mom
we don't
told
have
my
to
siblings,
tell all the fucking head trauma stories. We've already told these.
whatever. Point is, I've hit my head a lot, so I
can't
don't
remember shit.
things. That's why.
All right, Sophia, send me a picture now.
This one. It's a great one.
That one's so funny. This is exactly the type of picture, like, it's not funny on its own, or it's not particularly interesting, but if you know the story. Its own. So in that picture, I was bald because I was like fresh out, right? I was barely like able to crawl, but like I couldn't talk or like anything. You know what I mean? The story of that picture, my mom had like left my side for a second, right? I don't know who else was home. I think it was only us. And then she came back and I was gone. And she was like, where the fuck did he go? And she started like looking around like, did he crawl into the bathroom? Or did he go into the kitchen? Or did he this? Or did he go there? And she was looking and looking and looking and looking. And she could not find me. And she was starting to freak the fuck out. Like, where the fuck did he go? Like, because I wasn't a baby. There's only because I was so crawling too. Yeah, exactly. Because I was crawling too. So I couldn't even like, there wasn't even.
Couldn't even open doors.
I couldn't even. Yeah, I couldn't have gotten up and walked outside like or anything. And she was starting like she was about to like really lose her fucking shit. And then she looked over to the side, and I was just under the bed, all fucking. And then she took a picture.
You fucking funny rolled under the bed.
Anyways, that picture's funny.
It's so funny. And he's just there like.
Oh my god! I had asked for this before, and we never received it. But look, remember how I told you guys my mom looks like Sofia when they were kids? This is a picture of my mom as a child. I'm going to send this. Bro, the more I'm looking at these pictures, the more I'm like, man, Sofia don't remember shit. Like,
oh, look at me. So little and so cute. I have no idea what this happened, though.
You don't know what this picture is or like where it's from?
I'm assuming it's like someone. Did someone draw me? Is it a digital?
No, if I remember correctly, let's see. Mom! She's not here. Oh well. It was some shit at like Peter Piper where it was like a photo booth. And you would like go and take the picture, and then it would like take a picture of you, and then it would print out that little like sketch drawing or whatever of your face. So that's what that is.
I look fucking cute as fuck.
Honestly, I don't know how small you were though. Like, how the fuck were you in the booth? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Guys, there's some people who they're cute ass kids and they grow to be ugly, or they're cute ass kids kind of have an ugly duckling phase and then get cute again, or are ugly ass kids and grow to be cute. I've been cute since day one. Okay, that's my biggest flex in life. This is me and Celeste. Aww, that's so cute. Let me find the one to send you now. Oh my gosh, my graduation. I was so tan. I had come back from Crossman then. Yeah. That's so funny.
So this picture, apparently I had a thing for not wearing pants. I feel like that's like a regular kid thing. Like a lot of kids do that. Like I wasn't unique or special for refusing to wear pants. You know what I mean? But anyways, I had a cowboy hat. Damn, I'm quite the fucking
fashionista
mogul in this picture. If you'll notice, I have a cowboy hat, a black Stetson, by the way. My dad reminds me because he was like, that shit was fucking expensive. Anyways, black Stetson, cowboy hat, a regular t-shirt with what looks to be like fucking Winnie the Pooh characters or some shit, a clip-on tie, Jesus sandals, no pants, and I'm carrying a fucking airplane. This is fucking ridiculous. Anyways, this is my grandma. This is at my grandma's house, where she still lives now. I don't have a whole lot else to say about that. What do you remember about that picture? What do you know about the story of it?
Just what you said with the whole, you went through a phase where you refused to wear pants. It's so funny. My mom, she has an album of like pictures when we were younger, right?
Oh, that's
And
what
in
I need.
Oscars,
Why am I looking through all these other shitty ones?
I don't know, but in Oscars section, there's just like a whole section where like he's just not wearing pants.
Oh
And
yeah, I'm
it's
just
really funny.
pantsless.
But yeah, look at you. That should be your next Halloween costume. Guys, imagine if that was his next Halloween costume. I think I wonder if he would get arrested because he's not wearing pants. Would he be wearing underwear? I don't know. Anyways, I think he's had several actually pictures with him wearing cowboy hats when he was little too. Like,
Yeah, I have this other picture. We've shown it on the podcast before, but it's the picture where I want to dress up as me for Halloween. Where I'm
yeah, that's right.
wearing a black cowboy hat, black cowboy boots, blue jeans, like dark ass, kind of not an army green. It's darker than that, but it's a little like shinier. Dark ass green bomber jacket and no shirt. Oh look, I think this is this you or is this Celeste? I think this is you.
I feel like me and Celeste looked really different growing up, so I
I
don't
have
know
no
why
idea
you're
which one this
confused.
is. I'd
Unless
imagine
it's like
it's
when
you
we're a
because these are all the
baby.
same baby. No, I'm pretty sure this is you. This is where Sophia's fear of spiders began.
Oh, disgusting. Oh my god. It's so funny. Look, show it again. Guys, you see my hair? My hair was fucking wild. There's so many pictures of when I was a baby that my hair was just like, ah! Like there's this one where I'm in the bathroom. Like it looks like I'm in like the shower or something. And like I'm there like all happy as a baby. And my hair's just like fucking crazy. No, yeah, I am terrified of spiders. That's not where it came. I actually wasn't
Tell the real
scared of
story.
spiders. Of why I'm scared of spiders?
Yeah.
Okay, so it happened. Actually,
I
at
don't
my
believe
grandma's
this
house.
story. But
Fuck you. Anyways, it happened at my grandma's house, right? Me and my cousin were like exploring the rooms. Why did we have to explore the rooms? I don't know. We were fucking kids playing, okay? And one of the exploring, we were like going under the bed. And we're like, we're gonna explore so good under here because there's a bunch of shit because we're kids and we leave a bunch of shit under the beds, right? And then we go. And like I'm like moving my hands around, and then my hand sticks into like a spider's nest or something, and I break it or whatever, and then a bunch of fucking baby a bunch of baby spiders like crawl over like my arm and like all on me, and I remember freaking out and like swiping them away. And I remember I was like really red, and in my head I was like, oh my god, they all bit me. Did they all actually bite me, or was I just scratching so much because like there was like so many? I don't know. But what I do know
is
that
this the one you're talking about?
That's the one I'm talking about. Isn't it so cute?
Her hair looks fucking crazy.
I kind of look like Edward Scissorhands, you know? But yeah, and that's why I'm terrified of spiders now.
Quick little story. A lot of Sophia's pictures. Here, let me get this one. A shitload of Sophia. Hey, why is this stuck? Okay, I don't want to fuck it up. A shitload of Sophia's baby pictures. She's asleep. Because this motherfucker has always been a napper everywhere and anywhere all the time. To this fucking day. If we are in a car for more than 15 minutes, Sophia's falling asleep. Unless she's driving. Yeah. But it's fucking ridiculous. Like, so anyways,
no, show them that one again. Hold on, actually I have something to say. Show them that one again. So 2 things with this story. I know this because of like what mom told me. First thing, I was watching Toy Story during that thing. Oh, yeah. Just because I went through a Toy Story phase where like I would be crying like nonstop unless they were playing Toy Story in front of me. I don't know why, but I was obsessed with Toy Story. Like literally, like they would like play it 24/7, like just in front of me, and I was just there, all content and happy. And the minute they turned it off, I'd be like, oh, right? Second thing, if you notice, my thumb was in my my mouth like this, and I had a finger like this. I would always like suck my thumb. You know, kids suck their thumbs, but I did it a little too long apparently. And my mom was like, they need to stop doing that. So they actually, I remember this actually. They like
this is a core memory for you or what?
This is a core memory for me. They put like something against my hand, like it was like a wooden like thing, like on the thing,
like a stick.
So that when I guess like I don't know, but I remember like it was like it wasn't
put something
good.
On her thumb.
They put like I think it was like wooden, so that every time I would like do it, like it would like taste bad and it wouldn't be comfortable, and I'm like nah, and then I never did it again after that.
Oh, what I thought you were gonna say, which is also true, Sofia would often suck her thumb and poke her fucking nose at the same time with the same hand. And she would fall asleep with both of them. Like, so if you'll see on the picture, her finger is right by her fucking nose. Anyways.
What can I say? I was a multitasker since day one.
Real quick side note, look how fucking big and stupid my head is.
Oh my god, you look like Big Oscar a lot there. I don't know how else to describe it. You look like him. Like if I saw that baby, I'd be like, yep, that's Big Oscar's baby. Like, like I think there's a lot of times where babies don't look like they just look like a baby, but like, and it's not
right
until
there,
they get
you're
older
like,
that
oh,
you
that's
like,
that
get
motherfucker
it.
right there.
That, yeah. But anyways, okay. Are you gonna show me one or do I show you one?
Show me what else you got, because I have a couple here that I'm would like to show of me. But if you have them, then you go ahead. Yeah, I was gonna show one of those.
yeah. That one's like iconic.
So my mom had a thing where here's the thing, I was a little shithead. And so my mom would like ground me and she'd put me in timeout and she'd be like, you gotta go sit there in the corner by yourself, whatever.
Shithead, you know?
But my mom swears that like my sad timeout face of like feeling like sad and sorry for myself was like the cutest face ever. So I have a shitload of like childhood pictures where I'm in timeout. And she would just like, and I feel like this is such a like demeaning thing in a way where it's like, you did something bad, you're in trouble, you're in timeout, go over there and sit in the corner. And I'm just taking pictures of you while you're in the corner. You know what I mean? Like yeah. I'm a fucking zoo animal or some shit.
Yeah. Look at the one I just sent you. It's another one when he's in timeout.
This one, I'm in timeout. And this one, she's like really in my face. Like, and I'm all fucking... I wonder, there's another one. I don't think it's in this photo album because I don't think mom has it. I think it's just like... I don't think we have a physical picture of it. I think Big O just has it. There's another picture that Big O took of me right in front of the house. And literally, I'm just standing there. And he was like, I'm literally just in the picture. I'm just standing there and I'm like this, like super, like that kid sort of like mad as fuck. And he took a picture of me and he was like, you were fucking pissed. I don't even remember why. But the point is, I was pissed because of something. And then he made me stand there so he could take a picture of my cute little pissed off face. So the point is, people kept taking pictures of me when I was mad. I don't know why.
Because you were adorable. Look at those pictures. Like
for the culture, real quick, I had a little Chapulín costume. This is the only picture I think we have of me in it. But anyways. Oh my God, there's this other one where they're like making me... I'm like fat and bald and like tiny. And they're making me do a mordida. And then here's one that I presume was immediately afterwards where I am not having a good time, bro.
Aww.
Like,
that's funny.
If you're not Mexican and you don't know what a mordida is, there's like a tradition. Not tradition. Tradition is a strong word. There's a fucking annoying ass thing that Mexicans like to do where when it's your birthday, right?
Finish singing
and you have
happy
a cake.
Birthday.
You have a cake in front of you. It's your birthday. And then everybody sings happy birthday. Wait, is this a Mexican thing or does everybody do this? And we just call it different
saying
shit?
Mordida might be a Mexican thing.
Oh, no shit, that part's a Mexican thing. The rest of it, I don't think that's an American thing.
No sé.
Anyways, once they're done singing happy birthday, everybody starts chanting mordida, which means
mordida.
Like that.
It means you shove their fucking face.
No, it doesn't. Shut up. That means bite the cake. Mordida means like take a bite.
Bite.
Right? So the birthday person has the cake and they're supposed to take a bite out of the edge of the cake. Because it's like, it's your birthday, you get the first bite. Woohoo. Fuck slices, right? What it actually means is that when you go to bite the cake, someone near you smacks the back of your fucking head and shoves your face into the cake and gets cake all over your cute bald face and ruins your birthday. Here's the thing. I don't know anybody that enjoys this shit. It gets so fucking old so fucking quickly.
You only enjoy it if you're the one shoving the person in the cake.
But then here's the thing. People take it way too far.
Yeah.
Because the people that really enjoy shoving someone else's face in the cake, they literally
shove their face into the
punch
table.
the back of your head and
It's not like
your
a
face goes through the cake and hits the table. And it's like, for fucking what? Like, is it really that funny to just have cake on your face? You know what I mean? It's so unnecessary, I think, in my head. Anyways, Brianna showed me a video yesterday where she was like, oh my God, look at this little girl. And it's a video, and she's they're all singing happy birthday, and they're mordida, whatever. And she goes to bite it, and they push her face in the cake, and they push her face in the cake, and then she gets up and she looks at them, and she's like, oh yeah? And then she starts slamming her face into the cake. Like,
no one's gonna have this fucking cake.
She was like, oh, you think you're funny, huh? And she starts slamming her face into the cake. And I was like, oh my God, she's perfect for, like, they're the same fucking person. Like,
that's so funny. Oh my God.
She's perfect for her son. Because he's that type of goofy ass that'll do that shit. Like,
it's so funny. I've seen videos where, like, they do it, right? Like, there's a lot where they do it and then, like, they cry because, like, who wants to get their face shoved in a cake? You know what I mean?
They cry not
then
only because it ruins their cake. You get cake in your eyes and in your nose. And people do it so fucking, they overdo it so much, they genuinely, like, slam your face into the table.
And then everyone's laughing at you while you're going through humiliation, right?
Yeah.
But, so there's a lot like that. But there's two that I remember specifically. One, they, like, shove their face into the cake. They look up, and they look around, and everyone's laughing. And Oscar, look at me.
What?
She's like, she gets up, and she's like, and she fucking flips the cake off the table.
Like, fuck your cake.
Fuck your cake. And then everyone's like, like, all like, and she's like, fucking, like, standing opposite, like,
you
what,
want to
bitch,
fucking
what?
play?
Like, and it's so
You think
funny.
it's a game?
And there's another one where they're like, they do the mordida, and then she's going to, like, take a bite, right? Or actually, I think this one was a little boy, but he's going to take a bite, and he's like,
oh yeah,
and he like, grabs the person next to him, grabs their hand, puts them, like, on his head, and he's like,
he's like, hey, nobody go fucking shove my face in this cake. Selfish motherfuckers. Hey, real quick, if you needed more evidence of them always taking pictures of me while I'm sad, it was like a thing. It's like, oh, Oscar's upset, get the camera.
It explains a lot of how he is the way he is now, you know?
Let me see. What other pictures do we have in here? Ew, there's a picture of Celeste in her prom date.
That fucking popcorn eating weirdo.
Wait, no. I'm so, like, on board with that. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. Celeste our older sister had an ex-boyfriend who, like, my mom is a huge fan of popcorn. So she's had popcorn machines, like owned a popcorn machine for a long time. So there was a point where our sister's ex-boyfriend had, like, come to the house just to hang out and shit. And there was, like, week-old popcorn in the popcorn machine. And, like, just being in the kitchen and being in the living room, like, hanging out, he had kind of started, like, sneaking a few. And then eventually she saw him, and she was like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? And he's like, I'm eating the popcorn. Like, it's here. It's like, I'm allowed, right? Like, should I not? And she's like, that popcorn's old as shit. And he's like, it's fucking delicious. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And he kept eating it. And it was the whole thing. It was funny.
Yeah.
That guy was funny. He was funny. You remember the Little Caesars thing?
I think so.
Don't judge us. We ate Little Caesars growing up. I don't understand the Little Caesars hatred. Like, it's not, it's not great, but,
it's
like,
good for your
it's
bank
fine.
for your bunk. Or
yeah, it's fine.
Am I saying
good
that
bang
right?
for your buck.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Is that not
right?
what I said?
I'll eat it. Anyways, here's the thing. We had gone to go pick up some Little Caesars because that's what we had decided to eat. So our older sister was driving. Her ex-boyfriend was in the passenger seat. I was in the back seat. I don't know if Sofia was there. I think you were there, but anyways. So we're there, and we pull up to the Little Caesars drive-thru, right? And they're like, hey, welcome to Little Caesars. What can we get you? Whatever. And then our sister was like, oh, can we get, like, 2 pepperoni pizzas? And then her boyfriend was like, hot and ready. And he kept telling her, like, hot and ready. And she was like, shut up. And he was like, you have to say hot and ready. And then she was like, no, you fucking don't. They're all hot and ready. Like, and he was like, don't believe me then. And she was like, can we get 2 pepperoni pizzas? And they were like, yeah, okay, whatever. This much, pull up to the window. And we pull up to the window, and he's like, you should have said hot and ready. Like, they're gonna make fresh pizzas now. And then we all expected to pull through to the window, wait a few seconds, pay, wait a few more seconds. They give us the pizzas because they're all stacked up in the thing, hot and ready, right? We were at that window for like 15 fucking minutes. And he kept like bringing it back up where he's like, see, I told you should have said hot and ready. They're making us fresh pizzas. He's like, they're making us fresh pizzas from scratch right now. We're going to like, see how long we're waiting here? And she kept telling him like, shut the fuck up. Like, leave me alone. Like, it was so funny. It was so funny. I was laughing my fucking ass off. Anyways, that's it for the photo album. I saw these right now. I was not going to touch them.
Come on!
These are funny. Anyways.
Iconic.
Sofia and I played one season on the same baseball team. It was like a little league thing.
City league.
And I was like at the top of the age. It was like the age groups, you know how it's like 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, and 9. I was like 12 and she was like 10 or some shit. So we were like on the top and bottom ends of the team. It was all right. It was the only season of baseball I ever played. I don't know why.
I played 3 seasons.
I actually kind of like baseball. I enjoyed baseball whenever I played it, and I think I actually could have done pretty good. But I just did a bunch of other shit. Like I was in band, and then I was in wrestling, and then I did like a million other things, and baseball just never really fit into any of it. But anyways, yeah,
look at us. We're so cute, and that's us all together on the All-Star team.
That was before I started wearing contacts and I had glasses.
I was
all
9
the time,
actually.
and they were falling off my face and shit.
Oh my god, that's funny.
Yeah,
that was in 2011. I was 9. No, can I do math?
No, you can't.
Anyways,
10. You turned 10 that year. You were born in 2001.
Yeah,
it's very simple.
I was 10.
Fuck.
Okay, sorry. Clearly, I can't do math. Okay. Anyways, no, yeah, but it was so funny. I remember, like, Oscar was one of like the better just like players overall in that team, and like it was my first year playing baseball. I was like one of the only girls. I think there was maybe one other girl on the team.
Yeah.
Right.
No
so
idea.
And like there was like a lot where like I wasn't like the greatest like player, but they would always say they're like, oh no, but she has heart, because like I would try so hard. You know what I mean?
She was real Captain America without the serum, you know?
Yeah, literally.
AKA useless.
Anyways, but I distinctly remember one time, the only time that like I fucking smoked all these bitches' asses was we had a race. Like not a race, but they timed us all individually because we were like training, right? Because they're like, when you run the bases, you have to fucking like make sure you're fast. And the thing is, because of like how small I was, like the space to where like they can throw the fucking baseball and like I can swing and hit it. It was like the box, it was really small. Right? So my strategy, or the strategy they gave me, they're like, just never swing. Like just never swing. Because they're never gonna get it.
Our dad would tell her to like hunch over and like crouch down to make her box like really tiny.
Yeah.
So that they would walk her accidentally.
Yeah. And so like, and it worked every time. So like I got real good at stealing bases. And honestly, that was like a thing, like that was my thing. Like once I was like on the other side of it, not like swinging, like it was just like I was there or whatever. But like I always like would steal bases and stuff like that. But anyways, we were having a training, right? Like to like, for when you're running the bases, like to like see, like you got to be fast. And that was the only time where like, I remember I was like, fuck yeah. I was like one of the fastest.
She felt like one of the top dogs of the team.
I was one of the top dogs that day. And everyone was like, whoa. And I was like, I have a lot of experience with this. I'm always on the bases. Like, but the thing is, my mom would say.
More pictures of me crying and everybody else having a great time.
My mom would say, like the way I would run was so funny. Cause like I would have my hands like very like robotic, like straight like this. And I'd be like.
I thought you would do that. Like.
I would like do that. I would do that.
I think you would make fists. If I remember
correctly. I can't remember. I just remember that it was like my arms would be moving too fast, like way faster than my legs were. Cause you know how when you run, it's like one, then one, then one. I wasn't. I was like 2 to 1, 2 to 1, 2 to 1. You know what I mean? Like fucking. But yeah.
Bro, when
Anyways.
people running funny is got to be one of the funniest shits ever. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? People who run weird.
Yeah.
Like, not to be throwing
Anyways.
strays, but my ex girlfriend, the first one, she ran fucking ridiculous, bro. It was so embarrassing. Like,
Oh my god. I'm trying to remember how like she actually like ran and not jazz ran.
no, when she would actually run,
Run.
she looked so funny to me
I
because she
can't
would like,
remember.
hold on, I'm getting a few pictures here. This is what she would do when she would run. Her arms were like locked in like this position, and she would run, and her arms would like do this, but they were locked like that. Like she wouldn't run like there was no like bend to it or like shoulders. It was like she looked like the Minecraft dude running like fucking. She looked
Yeah,
hilarious.
very mechanical.
Anyways,
Sorry.
here's another picture. I don't know if you have this picture of me, so I don't know if I should show it or if you want to
show
send.
it. Oh, I did have that. I have
This one is also a little classic in our family.
Yeah. Splain, Oscar. Splain.
This was when I was in like kindergarten or some shit, and they had like a little kindergarten prom type thing, but they paired us up with different, like they paired us up with our dates basically. So like they got all the boys and they like assigned all the boys and girls into groups, into pairs, and so then we all had to like dress in like whatever matching sort of way. I don't remember why, and I don't remember the story too much, but I hated this little bitch. And the whole night I was pissed because I didn't want to be paired with her.
I bet. Like, I wonder if it was like
real quick. I think this
is.
I think this is the same outfit with all. Yeah. So they did the prom. Here's the thing. Look, this is why my sisters say I'm the favorite. They did the little prom thing, right? And there's a picture like my parents took at the little prom thing. They also did like a formal prom photo booth, photo set thing, whatever. And so this picture that I'm about to show you is also iconic in our family as to just me being like a smooth looking motherfucker. Look at me.
Yeah.
Because I'm wearing the whole suit and the corsage and this and that. It's the same picture or like the same occasion. And I had that same fucking fade that I have. Look, I got the same fade. I always had fades growing up because my dad always decided how my hair was going to be done, right? And then I got to high school and I became like a hippie. No, I'm just kidding, not really. But look, it's the same fade in this one. Anyway,
she sent me that one.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
I saw it and I did not care to share it, but I just left it aside.
That's all we'll leave that at then.
No, I mean, there's nothing wrong with the picture. It's not, to me, it's not like a
memory provoking.
Yeah, it's not like, oh, you guys got to know that so you could know me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, whatever. Yeah, like I played football. There was the picture.
So funny. But I wonder if when the teacher paired you up, I wonder if she was trying to be sneaky, like, oh yeah, they don't like each other, but maybe after a night of fun, forced fun, like it'll ease the. Didn't ease.
That's not the first. That wouldn't, or that probably would have been the first time, but that would not have been the last time a teacher tried doing that shit. There was one chick in middle school. She was a bitch. She had like such an attitude about everything, and she would cut people off from talking like all the time. But then she was the type of moron that would like get so offended if anybody cut her off from talking.
Yeah.
So I did that shit a lot. And because you know what I was thinking about? Just recently I've been thinking like, because I've been making friends over in LA and shit, and like just getting to know people and like seeing how they talk, or like there's always been a thing for me with like, I've always been, I think, a band geek. I was the band kid on the wrestling team, not the other way around, right? In my head and in my heart. So then within the wrestling team, I was still like the nerdy, like less jock type wrestler, right?
Which is so funny because weren't you captain? Like,
yeah, but like, yeah, but so it's always been a thing where like I kind of like have been hyper aware of like how I do and don't fit within each room, right? So like within the wrestling team, I was more sensitive and more artsy and more band geek and more like less jockish. But then within the band, I was way more of a jock and way more like violent and way more this and that than like any of them were, right? Stop playing with that. That shit looks, what the fuck is that? It looks weird.
You're weird.
Anyways.
They're my clip-on earrings that I clipped to each other and I'm now playing with.
Anyways, what the fuck was I talking about?
You're a jock to the band geeks and a band geek to the jocks.
So I realize how different I am.
Anywhere.
Or like, it's the whole thing, like girls are very aware of this general topic. like the guy that grows up with nothing but brothers is so different than the guy that grows up with nothing but sisters, right?
Yeah.
I've realized how much of a fucking attitude I have and shit. Cause I've thought about it and I'm like, I grew up with 2 sisters. You want to have a fucking attitude with me? I'll show you a fucking attitude. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have
He's
any
a sassy
brothers.
boy.
I don't have any, like, what's it called? There's no part of me that, I don't have any reservations about being bitchy back to you.
Want to go about it? Let's go. Fuck it.
Yeah, like, there's no part of me that's like, oh, she's a girl, I gotta be nice to her. Like, if you think that, you don't have any sisters or you've never talked to a girl, because girls are fucking mean. Anyways, we were watching The Devil Wears Prada yesterday.
So nice.
We were watching The Devil Wears Prada yesterday because Mom and Celeste were talking about it, and I was like, I don't remember like a lot about that movie. Like, I know I've seen it. I know you guys loved it, but I never quite got like what the movie was about or why it was funny or this or that or whatever. We were watching it. I shouldn't watch that movie because it's gonna make me worse. Cause like there's a scene where she has like her like luggage portfolio. It's like a brown leather satchel thing. And she's about to go talk to Miranda, and the other Emily chick is like, don't let her see that, it's hideous. And she snatches it away from her and throws it.
That's Oscar.
I know, and that's exactly what I said. I was like, that's how I want to talk to you guys. That's how I want to talk to you and Celeste. Because like, because here's the thing. For the most part, fashion-wise, I kind of just leave you guys alone. Like, I'm like, whatever, like they'll wear whatever they want.
I'm so fashionable.
I don't really care. But I'm like, whatever. Like, they have their style. They'll do whatever they want. Blah, blah, blah. Right? But then I was like, nah, but that's how I want to be sometimes.
So like, but sometimes I see fucking Sofia wearing fucking what the fuck, you know what I mean?
Like sometimes that's how I want to be. And I was like the time that you were wearing the hat, you were wearing the Treasure Planet hat.
Oh, yes.
And then Sofia kept asking me how she should arrange her hair around the hat. And I was like, you should do it like this. And then she kept not doing it. And then she kept fucking with it throughout the episode. And I was like, woman, I already fucking told you it looks fine like that. Just leave it alone. And she refused. But I felt myself getting an attitude and shit where I was like, right? The other thing is,
it was hilarious.
This is why I've been having these thoughts recently. I was watching some Leo Skeppy videos.
Oh my God.
And like,
I like his videos.
They're so funny. But there's videos where like he talks about like the shit that he's bought for his sister because like it was her birthday. So he's like, she sent me an Instagram post where she was like, oh, I like these glasses, so I bought them. And it was her birthday, so we went shopping. We got these, so I decided she should get 2. And like this and that and whatever, right? And then, shut up, you fucking bitch. You don't even know what I'm about to get to. You don't even know what I'm about to get to. I saw people in the comments were like, I love how he like loves to spoil his sister and stuff. Or they're like, damn, I need a brother like Leo Skeppy, right? And then he had said some shit where like, I can't remember what it was, but he was talking about the shopping or talking about like the shit that he was gonna get. And the sister was like, damn, look at me trying to fucking Aura farm and shit in this picture.
Oh my God.
I look so serious.
That's so funny.
Anyways, he had said some shit where like she had talked about it being expensive or like the thing he was trying to buy her was too expensive or like, nah, let's not spend that. You don't gotta spend that much money on that type of shit. And then he was like, bitch, we're rich. Get the fuck out of here with that fucking too expensive
mentality.
Like, shut up. Here, take it, right?
Yeah.
Something like that, something along those lines. And I was thinking about it and I was like, fuck. I think that would be me. Like if I really had money like that and I went to go visit Sofia and we decided to go shopping because we never go shop because we've never been shopping in the sense of like let's just go and just buy whatever we feel like getting. I've never
had we only go shopping when we need things.
Yeah, like, we've only ever gone shopping when like I need jeans.
Fun,
I'm gonna go and look for jeans and buy jeans. I've gone shopping one time with no intention, with just like going and just whatever I like, I'll get. And even then I thought about it a lot. Yeah. But then I was thinking about it and I was like, if I really had money like that, like if we're like famous YouTubers in this and whatever, and I was like, I would totally be that guy in the situation.
Oscar,
where like we'd be there.
Come visit me. I make money. I'll buy you jeans.
No, that's not the same. Anyways, but it would be that type of situation where like
don't want to buy you jeans.
Sofia, we'd be there and I'd be like, just get that one. And Sofia's like, I like both of them, but like I don't want to get both. And I'd be like, why the fuck not? And she'd be like, cuz, like, it's a lot. And I'd be like, stop acting like we're broke, Sofia. Fucking just get them. Like, you know what I mean? If we really had it like that.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, you need to hurry up and get really, really famous and make a lot of money.
Back to the bitch in my class. She was a bitch. And she had an attitude. And she would always cut people off. And she would get real offended if you cut her off. I had a fucking attitude too, right? Because I had 2 sisters. And I was like, fuck this bitch. You could be a bitch back. Like, I don't even know why. Because like, I don't know why nobody else did anything. You know what I mean? Because she wasn't even pretty or anything. Like, if she's like the hot girl in school, then it's kind of like.
She could have been the type of person, like, there was definitely this person, like, in school that I noticed at least, like, where they're just loud. Like, just louder than other people to the point where it's like.
I was loud.
No. Not
she was
loud.
A bitch.
No. No, what I'm saying is, like, just, like, her opinion was so loud, like, she didn't leave room for anyone else to fucking say anything.
Oh, well,
like in that type of sense. Like,
oh, that too. But she was also a bitch. Anyways, so then she and I would bicker. She and I would bicker because she would like start talking and then I would cut her off and she'd be like, oh my God, that's so rude. You cut me off. And I was like, yeah, well, so-and-so was talking before you started talking. Or I was like, so-and-so was talking before you cut them off. And I would respond with that sort of like, what are you going to say about that, bitch? Right? And then we were in the same history class and our history teacher slowly throughout the year started like, so are you guys dating or what? Like,
he's like, it's gonna be the best enemies like, to lover story.
And everybody, yeah, exactly. He was like, can you guys invite me to the wedding?
He's
and
like,
we
the
were
tension
like,
in here
fuck
is so
you.
thick.
What the fuck? Blah, 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 blah. And then he was like, you guys are gonna end up dating in like high school or something. Like, watch. I'm calling it right now. Whatever. And then I don't remember how the rest of the class would react. But she was like, oh my God, no, he's annoying. And I wanted to be like, you're ugly and a bitch. But I knew that would get me in trouble. Because the thing is,
you're like that one's too far. Like,
no, it's not too far. It's fucking true.
In public?
But it would get me in trouble. It would get me in trouble in school.
It's too far in public. Like, you say that
too
shit,
far
you
means
corner
like
her
morally.
in the hall when it's just you and her. And it's like, fucking ugly cunt.
For a second, that sounded a little like, anyways.
Oh yeah, because you're a boy. Never mind. He wouldn't do that. I would though. Just kidding. No.
Anyways. So then, yeah, my teacher started doing that shit and he was like,
That's so funny.
You guys are,
Did you guys start arguing less after that?
No.
It's and so funny.
The only reason, no. You know what's funny? That was in like 6th, 7th grade. Side note, I was fat in 6th and 7th grade, right? She left the school after 7th grade. Between 7th and 8th grade is when I really like slimmed down and had my little like physical transformation and got all into shape and shit before high school. Mm-hmm. So then 8th grade, she was gone. And I was like, the bitch is gone. Woohoo. What's up? Blah, blah, blah. All of her friends that kind of hated me too, because I would fight with her, I had for class. And then I started kind of getting to know more because I was a nice guy. I was just mean if they were mean. And they were nice. So then I was nice. And then it became this thing where they were like, yeah, you're so much nicer this year. And I was like, no, I'm fucking not. And they're like,
you're just not a fucking cunt to me.
I was like, they were like, yeah, you would always fight with so-and-so. And I was like, because so-and-so was a bitch. Like, you guys are nice. And they were like, nah, and just kind of moved on. Anyways, we didn't go to high school together. And then eventually, whatever, fuck that bitch. She was a bitch. If you're seeing this, I still hate you. Anyways.
Have you ever seen her recently?
No. Oh, I came across her Instagram one time because she just like popped up on my, how like you get like suggested accounts, like people you follow, whatever.
Yeah.
She came up on my Instagram one time. I looked at some of her posts and like read some of her captions and this and that. She seems just as dumb as she was in 7th grade. But anyways.
Is she pretty now?
Fuck no.
I was going to say that would be fucking the love story of the century. Like,
who did you beef with in school? Oh no, you've already told that story. Sofia fought kids on the playground.
It's so funny that you're saying that because I was actually just telling that story to my friend the other day because they asked me, they're like, were you ever bullied in like school? And I was like, no, like
Sofia was a bully.
I don't think I was. And I was like, if anything, I might be the bully. Might have been the bully. But I was like, even then though, I don't think I was the bully. I think I was just establishing my dominance to the school. You know what I mean? And then I said it like that. What which I thought was hilarious. But
It
then
is,
I
but,
really
like,
started to think about it because when this happened, just real quick recap. This little boy in second grade, we were in second grade. This little boy, he called me
called her a
devil
devil
lady,
lady at recess.
and I didn't let that slide. You know what I mean? And then
She lost it.
once recess came around, I was like, I'm gonna fucking get you. And he's like, oh, sure. And I was chasing him, my fucking too fast fucking weird running. And he was like, until I tackled his ass in the sand pit. And then I sat on him and I shoved his face in the sand. Okay. And then like people saw, they formed a circle around us. Then a monitor started coming. They're like, monitor, monitor. And then I fucking ran off. Everybody scattered.
That's so funny.
And he was still there with fucking sand in his
Look
mouth.
at this picture.
Aww.
Sofia is younger in this picture, and she's clearly enjoying this roller coaster much more because it's not in water.
Because it's not.
This is one of the ones Celeste sent me, which I didn't think you were going to recognize or know any significance of this. But given the conversation we've had, it makes sense.
But no, yeah, right. So like, yeah, and I was telling her this story, and I was like, yeah, so like, I think that, and then I started thinking about it. I was like, I wonder if that was why, like, I did, because I was like a pretty scrawny kid, you know what I mean? But I wonder if that was why people like didn't, like, I didn't do anything. I don't think, at least, to like, not that anyone ever does do anything to warrant bullying, but it wasn't like that. She
looks so fucking pissed in this picture.
That's not me, fucking idiot.
I know it's not you. I'm just saying, like, look at it. I'm not.
I was like, that's not me. Anyways, but yeah, but I wonder, because imagine, because I was new to the school too. That was my first year in that elementary school. So it's like this fucking new little scrawny little thing, because I was like tiny. Fucking went, chased the fucking, and just like little heads up, this guy ended up being like in high school, he ended up being like the quarterback to our high school football like team. You know what I mean? And I like literally, that's what I'm saying. Like I literally went and I was like,
motherfucker,
this playground right here, it's my bitch, okay?
Jesus.
And all y'all in it. Just kidding, no.
You're so stupid.
But anyways, yeah. So, point is, I didn't get bullied.
Oh, should we show pictures of mom in high school so people can see how she looks like you?
Yeah. Show the picture of mom and Big Oscar at prom. I do remember though, one time when I was in 5th grade, we had like the 5th graders were moved outside of the school, and it was like portables classrooms. Yeah. And so like there was like a little ramp that you would go down, and like, you know how when you walk down like a metal ramp,
oh my god,
when you would walk down the metal ramp, it would be like thunk thunk thunk, like you could hear it. And I remember vividly, we were in line to go to lunch, and there was 2 guys in front of me, and then I was the 3rd one, and then it was the rest of the line, right? And the 2 guys, they like would always like fight or whatever, but like I guess something happened, it came to a head or whatever, I don't know. All I know is that it was the first guy, the second guy. The second guy pushed this guy, and he fell to the floor, and then he jumped on him and like was stomping on him, like jumping aggressively, and you could just hear it on the ramp, and it was like dunk 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 dunk. And I remember I was like, holy shit, because I was right behind it. I was like witnessing it all like in live or whatever.
Yeah, I was like, it's going down.
And I was like, what the fuck? And like then everyone behind me started like crowding in, but in crowding in, they started pushing me closer, and I was like, I don't want to get closer to this fucking psycho. Like, and it wasn't until like the teacher saw, and she's like, hey, cut that out. And then once the kid saw that he got caught, he like ran down the ramp and like ran into the wilderness somewhere. I don't know where he was running. But yeah, and then they took that kid to the nurse. And then he like was like all bruised up, pobrecito. But then that kid who was stomping on him,
pobrecito, he already got his ass kicked, and now you feel bad for him?
Yeah, because he got his ass kicked.
Now you're making him feel like more of a bitch, bro.
Well, anyways. And then the kid who was doing the stomping and ran off, never saw him again. Like literally, like the rest of the school year, the rest of fucking just like in middle school, because it was 5th grade was the last grade for elementary, right? And then we went to 6th to 8th grade for middle school. Never saw him there. Never saw him in high school. Just literally after that incident, dropped off the fucking face of the earth.
And if anyone's wondering where Sofia got her Instagram profile picture from,
that's it.
Also, real quick, I thought I could tell this story. Here's a quick little picture of me on the wrestling team in high school. This was my senior year for my coach.
Mm-hmm.
This coach was hilarious because he did not bullshit, right? My senior year, I had to wrestle a girl. Do you remember the story?
Kinda, yeah.
It's so funny. So every now and then in wrestling tournaments, there's like the guys and the girls, and the guys wrestle the guys and the girls wrestle the girls, right? Back in my day. But every now and then you would have a girl that signed up for like the guys bracket, whether like there weren't any other girls on that tournament or there weren't enough. So we had a tournament in Douglas, Arizona. And so we went, and then right away, and the thing is like when there's a girl in the guys bracket, news spreads like wildfire. Like immediately everybody like, yo, there's a girl in 138 or there's a girl at 135. And then it's like, and everybody's like, Oscar, you might have to wrestle a girl. Like immediately, because everybody, word quickly spreads that there's a girl in the bracket or the girl in the weight class. So I knew right away that I was gonna have to that I might have to wrestle a girl, depending on how well she did, right? And it was a pool tournament, so she wasn't in my pool on the first day. So it was like, I'm not gonna have to, right? Because in pool, if you know how it works. Second day, she made it out of her pool, and she was my first match of the day, right? And so then it was so funny to me because everybody, again, word spreads right away. Like they post the bracket, everybody sees it, everybody starts fucking talking. Everybody's like, Oscar's wrestling a girl. Oscar's wrestling a girl. Oh shit. And like everybody starts losing their shit, right?
Yeah.
And so right away, I knew I was wrestling a girl from like the beginning of the day. So then that's that, right? Weigh in, get ready. It's about an hour after weigh-ins before the tournament starts. Whatever. Eating, blah, blah, blah. I'm warming up before my match because everybody, you can be on deck and in the hole. So that means like it's the current match that's going on. If you're the next match, you're on deck. If you're the match after that, you're in the hole, right?
Okay.
So if I'm up next, I'm on deck. If I'm up in 2 matches, I'm in the hole. But it just depends because you never know how fast the match is going to go. You might pin them right away. Might be all rounds. It might go to the decision, right? So once you're in the hole, or a little bit before you're about to be in the hole, you start warming up and you just start kind of like jumping, and you're wearing your full warm-ups and you have your sweater on so you can start sweating, and you start like stretching and this and that and fucking whatever, right? I'm on deck. I'm warming up. My coach is usually at whatever other match from whoever else in our team is wrestling at that moment. And then that match ends, and then he comes over to me so we can wrestle my match, right? And I'm already up. Like, I'm taking off my warm-ups, taking off my sweater, and that's the type of shit, like, you take off your sweater, you give it to your coach, he holds it. You take off your warm-ups, you give it to your coach, he holds it. You guys walk up, you check in, you get your anklet, you go, you wrestle, right? So as I'm taking off my sweater and taking off my sweater, as I'm taking off my warm-ups and my sweater, and I'm handing them my stuff, that's where they'll usually have a little coaching of like, make sure you this, or make sure you fucking don't do that when you shoot, or this guy's really quick, or this guy always shoots on the bell, so like fucking be ready, whatever.
Yeah.
This is exactly what he said.
Oh my God.
It was kind of a thing, and he and I had not addressed the fact that I was about to wrestle a girl. Everybody else had been talking about it, but he and I didn't. He walks up, and I start giving him my shit, right? And I finally, for the first time, like look at him like, this is about to happen, right? And I turn to him, and he looks at me dead fucking serious. He looks at me, and he was like, you better beat that bitch's ass.
Oh my God.
And I started laughing immediately because it was hilarious. He was like, you better beat that bitch's ass. And I swear, he said bitch. Or he said, you better beat that little bitch's ass. Like something very, very similar to that.
Yeah.
And he was like, you better beat that bitch's ass.
God.
And then I started laughing, and I was like, yes, sir. And he was like, don't give me none of this bullshit about she's a fucking girl. She wants to wrestle with the boys. You wrestle her like a fucking boy. And I was like, will do.
Okay.
Right? I beat her ass. But anyways, that's not the point of the story. The point of the story is he did not give a fuck. He was
like, you're like, am I gonna have a moral dilemma? And he was like, I don't fucking think so. And you're like,
yeah, exactly. Because it was that kind of thing where I looked at him and I was like,
oh my God,
we're about to do this. And he was like, straight up looked at me. He didn't wince. He didn't blink. He didn't fucking crack a smile. And he's like, don't give me none of this fucking bullshit about she's a girl, blah, blah, blah. She wants to wrestle with the boys. All right, she gets to wrestle with the boys. And I was like, okay. Because technically it's the type of shit where she didn't have to wrestle at all. Like she could have just sat the tournament out, but she chose to, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, she was a bad sport because I beat her ass and she was very unsportsmanlike afterwards. But anyways, so what happens after you pin someone, they blow the whistle and they hit the mat.
You get up.
You get up, you go, you take your anklet off, you put it
yeah.
on the line.
I remember this.
They make you shake hands. They raise the hand of the winner, and then you go shake your
each other's
opposing
coaches.
coach's hands.
Yeah.
You always know when someone's being a bad sport because they'll take the anklet off and they'll like fucking throw it. And then when they make you shake hands, they'll do this like where they just grab your hand and fucking
like you basically like slap each other's hands.
Yeah,
or they slap your hand.
Or they'll like very aggressively like throw it away. And so we went and we shake hands and she fucking threw my hand away. And I was like, all right, whatever, bitch. Like, sorry, you thought, you know, didn't know how, like, kind of didn't know how you thought it was gonna go, but like, come on. And then, yeah, she was pissed. But anyways, that was the only time I wrestled a girl in my whole wrestling career.
I was gonna say, I think you treating it like, you know, actually going all out is probably more respectful than like.
Yeah, because if you're just tiptoeing and like,
because then you're not taking it.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's a hard thing because it is a thing where like men are just biologically like stronger. Like even if you're the same weight.
Are you taking a political stance right now, Sofia?
Oh my god, is that what I'm doing here?
So anyway, that shit was hilarious. It was so funny.
You know what also is hilarious?
What?
My shirt.
Oh, no, it's not. It's like, it is, but it's not. Like,
that's funny. Anyways,
yeah. I have 2 stories real quick. You want to hear them?
You have 1 minute each. Go.
Oh, why? Anyways, so me and my friend were at the gym, right? And we were just chilling. I have 2. Me and my friend were at the gym, right? And we were just chilling. And then there was these other 2 girls that were visiting the gym. Like you could tell that they were like day pass visitors because like they were doing, you can tell right away because they'll do exercises for like multiple body groups, but they won't do like full multiple sets. Like they'll do like 1 set of pull-ups and they'll be recording the 1 set of pull-ups and then they'll go and they'll do like a set of lunges and they'll be recording the set of lunges and then they'll like change outfits and then do it again and shit like that, right? So you can see right away. But it was 2 girls. They were walking by. My friend was like, excuse me, whatever. Point is, me and my friend had like a 20-minute conversation with the 2 girls, right? Mm-hmm. One of the girls was from like some Eastern European, Slovakia, some shit, right? And she had mentioned it, and I was like, where'd you say you were from? And she was like, this place. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, because you have a bit of an accent. No, like, am I hearing that right? Kind of thing. Because we weren't like all in each other's faces. Like they were like where the TV is, like, you know what I mean? And it's kind of like they're playing music and this and that, whatever. And she was like, yeah, I have an accent. And then they were from Toronto, right? And then I was like, but you have a bit of an accent, right? And she was like, yeah, I have an accent. And then they turned to my friend and they were like, but you have an accent too. And he was like, what the fuck? He's from Minnesota, but he doesn't say out and shit like that. Minnesota. So we were like, yeah. So we were like, what the fuck? He has an accent, like for real? And they were like, yeah, like you have an accent. He was like, I guess, whatever. And then the girl from Slovakia was like, but I mean, like everyone has an accent. So like,
if you're not used to hearing it, yeah.
No, like everyone has an accent, so no one does, kind of thing. And she was like, but I mean, like everyone has an accent, right? And she like turned to her friend, like, right, like, and I wanted to be like,
oh my god, a dick.
This is America, sweetheart. We don't believe
my
that
god.
bullshit. Like,
not fucking such a typical fucking
I know
male American.
I know.
So annoying.
But I would have done it ironically and just been like, this is America, sweetheart. We don't believe that bullshit. Like, but I had already mentioned that I was from Texas and that I say y'all. So then I was like, let me not do this because they don't know me that well. And but I mean, and I think I'm just kidding. Yeah, I think I need to worry less about that type of shit, but I still worry about it because I don't want to like step on toes and shit. But
no, I think you worry about it enough.
Anyways, I wanted to tell someone that I thought it was hilarious. Here's the thing. We all followed each other on Instagram, so if I clip this up and post it, she might see it. But anyways,
she might see it. That's funny.
That was one story. I hadn't told you that. That happened like 3 weeks ago. I meant to tell you, but anyways.
I wonder if that's the one that you've been meaning to tell me, but we kept running out of time.
I think so. Yeah, because the other one just happened like 2 days ago. But isn't that so funny? This is America, sweetheart. We don't believe that bullshit.
I like muy mamon. It's so funny too, though, because if you look at fucking videos of Oscar when he's like a teenager or like when he was in high school, he has the biggest fucking Mexican accent.
No, I don't. Not the biggest. A little bit. We'll see. Anyways.
Prominent.
Here's another story. If you guys will remember, we posted a clip, and there was a segment where I was talking about my cousin who lives in Phoenix, right?
Oh, I know.
And he's little.
Oh, maybe not. Oh,
Yeah.
no.
You know which one?
Not. I know. I thought I knew what the story was, but then you kept talking. I know.
Shut up,
clip.
Sophia.
I don't know this.
I have a cousin in Phoenix.
Sorry.
He's 7 years old. I think he's about to be 8. And he was telling me, we were just hanging out, going here, doing this and that, outside by the truck, getting shit from the truck, whatever. And then he was like, oh, why do you do your hair like that? And I was like what? He was like, you're doing like a middle part sort of thing? And I was like, yeah, kind of. And he was like, cool. And then later, he was like, you're kind of doing like a middle part, but like you need to fix it. So then I was like, all right, cool. Help me fix it. And I crouched down and he was like fixing it. And then he was like, and I was like, what is this called? And he was like, the middle part. And then he like fucks with my hair. And then he was like, and then I was like, do I look cool? Because he had just did my hair, right? And I was like, do I look cool? And he was like, no. And then I started laughing my ass off because that was so fucking rude and hilarious. But he looked me dead in the eyes and he was like, no. And I recorded it on my phone. So I have it right here. What's this called?
The slip back. Or the middle part.
Middle part. Here we go. Not cool.
No.
Here's the thing. I hadn't seen him since that occasion, right? I came back to Texas this weekend for a bunch of shit. Point is, I drove. So I drove from LA to Phoenix to Texas. I stopped in Phoenix to get lunch with that cousin and his dad, right? I had just invited his dad, but then he was out of school on that day, so then he was there too, right?
He went too, yeah.
So then I get there, right? And I walk in, and they were like facing away from me, and I sneak up behind him, and I was like, what are you doing? And then he didn't get scared because he is not entertained by my shenanigans. And then we just, he like not at all. And then I was just kind of like, what's up? How's it going? And then I say hi to his dad and whatever, blah, blah, blah. And his dad always tells him it's your cousin, Oscar. And he's always like, I know who he fucking is. Like, he's always like, I fucking know. I see him. Like, so then he was like, oh, it's your cousin, Oscar, blah, blah, blah. And then the kid, he looks at me and he was like, he looks different. If you don't know, he hasn't seen me since I started doing my hair like this. Last time he saw me, my hair was like this, right? So he was like, he looks different. I thought maybe he noticed that I had been in the gym and I was slimming down a little bit, right?
You're like,
he was like, he looks different. And his dad was like, how does he look different? And he was like, his hair. And he was literally staring at me like this, like, because I was still standing up. I hadn't sat down and he was sitting down on the table and he was like, his hair. And then I was like, does it look cool? Because of the story of the interaction where whatever, right? And I wasn't cool then. My hair's different now. He's pointing it out, whatever. I was like, does it look cool? No. He was like, better. And looked back at his phone.
You're getting there. You're getting there. Baby steps, but
like, it was so,
that.
Devil Wears Prada, where like, he so fucking reluctantly admitted it was better, and he kind of like rolled his eye where he was like, better, and went back to his phone like, stop bothering me with your bullshit now.
Yeah. Speaking of middle parts and Oscar, look at the picture I just sent you.
Oh, what the fuck? That picture's gross.
It's so cute. The only time Oscar had a middle part and fucking rocked that shit.
I look like such an alfalfa. No, it's an alfalfa.
That is.
You can't see it that well in the picture, hair. But they stood my little hair up in the back like this to look like alfalfa. I look like a fucking asshole.
That was the point.
No middle parts for me, thank you.
You're such a cute boy.
Anyways, that's what I was. Here's the thing. I called Sofia immediately after that happened, and I was about to tell her this is what happened. But then I was like, I forgot she was at work, and she called me and she was like, what? And I was like, never mind, sorry. It's not an emergency.
Because like they typically, I very much have like 9 to 5, Monday through Friday kind of schedule. So like they don't typically call me when I'm at work unless like it's something. So when I saw it, I was like, oh fuck, like what happened? But then he was like, sorry. Actually, I'm gonna wait for the podcast. And I was like, okay.
So anyways, it was so funny. He's so much attitude. So funny.
That's so funny. I could totally see him.
Better.
I wonder, you should have shown him the video because he's funny. Like he thinks we're famous. Like, and yes, we have a podcast, but like we don't have like a following to be like, you know, famous,
we
right?
We don't even make a living. Like
we can't make like fucking but he thinks like we are just because he sees us like on his TikTok, YouTube. Or on YouTube or whatever. Not because like, you know, we have each other's contacts, so like, yeah, like it's gonna be more likely to show. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was telling.
He doesn't get that. He just thinks that we're famous. So I thought the story was going. He saw the video because you put the video of him like doing it. Yeah. I thought it was gonna be more like you put me in your video. You know what I mean? Oh no. But you should show him that video the next time you see him. That'd be funny.
And so then I was telling Coco. It was funny because when I lived in Phoenix, every now and then I'd go to his house, and then every now and then I'd be editing while at his house. And so then he'd come up and he's like, "What are you doing?" Like on my laptop. And I was like, "Oh, I'm editing. I'm making a YouTube video." And he was like, "You have a YouTube channel?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Whoa, can I see it?" And then I show him, and we have like 50 subscribers. But he was still like, "Huh?" And then I was like, "Yeah, look." And then
he's like 100 now.
112. And he was like, "Can I subscribe to your YouTube channel?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, right?" And then I had tried to show him. He has the child YouTube settings, so he can't subscribe to our shit. But anyways, every now and then one of our clips pops up on his shit. So I was showing her this text message thread that I'm showing you guys right now. He sent me a video, and he was like, "One of your clips showed up on my YouTube." And I was like, "Oh my God, I feel famous." And then he was like, "Yeah, like I hadn't even seen it. And then it was just there. And now I saw it." And I was like, "I feel so famous." Right? And then he was like, "Oh my God, oh my goodness." Like just adding into the hype of like
It's so funny. Well, that's it for today's episode, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe which your favorite picture of us is. And we'll see you next time. Bye. Oscar,
also, tell us if I do look adorable in those grounded pictures. Bye.